the reason why Donald Trump is so popular is because he speaks to an either or situation. He either speaks to your ignorance or he speaks to your hatred. And so what I think we're seeing here is there's a level of ignorance for sure. I think people just don't read and they don't learn as much as they should. When somebody who kind of speaks to their bias says, oh, he didn't say that, they take it as fact instead of doing their research. So I think ignorance plays a huge part of it. But I also think that this country was founded on hate. And anything, when you don't blow up the foundation, if the foundation was faulty and you don't start it over, that foundation is going to sustain you forever. That is our foundation as a country. We were founded on hate and tyranny. Full stop. And so I don't think we should have this expectation that a man who's trying to tap into that, because that's what he means when he says make America great again. Let's go back to this BS of being hateful and exercising tyranny upon the people. That's what he's talking about. And so when he's saying that, he's definitely not talking about me. When he thinks about making America great, he's not talking about me. If you're black, he's not talking about you. So I think for me, the level of fear and things of that nature that I have, I wouldn't say that I'm fearful per se, because I expect this. I expected this for a long time. So I've definitely put things in place. So I think I will be okay, but I'm not sure if physical violence is going to start coming. We've seen, if you're on social media, we've seen a rise in hate crimes and people just acting however they want to act because they feel entitled to do so. And why wouldn't they? There's a felon in office that's about to be in office. So I don't understand why we think they wouldn't. And as black as Americans, if he's going to give white cops who openly practice racism and violence against black people, if he's going to give them immunity, let me tell you something. This whole we are not a monolith. We don't have to agree on everything, but we do have to agree on this. We are all we have, and we have to stick together. We also have to agree on something else. And this is regardless of your ethnicity or your racial background. Now more than ever, you need strong journalism, especially in your local communities, because like it or not, no matter who you are, if you're not a journalist, you do not have the bandwidth. You do not have the time. You probably don't have the energy to work a 9-to-5 job. And if you have children, come home and take care of them and the household and all that, and then go out and do research and try to keep your local politicians accountable. You simply don't have the time. You don't have the bandwidth. That's not a ding on you. That is a life happens situation, and you need some peace in your life. You can't get off work and then all of a sudden say, oh, what's happening over here? So I'm encouraging you to invest in your local journalism. And because you know what? Journalism, a good journalist, it's more than them just telling the story. Sometimes it's their mere presence that can move the needle for you. And I have an example of that. So recently, well, actually about a month and a half ago now, a woman contacted me. She lives here in Long Beach. She lives in a condominium that is in a predominantly black and brown community. It's District 6 here for us in Long Beach. And the homeless problem there was just exponential. It's a lot. And there's prostitution happening right on her street. There's people who live on the first floor that homeless people were getting on the balcony and sleeping. And then when they would call the police would say, well, there's nothing that we can do because they haven't broken into your home. It's just a mess. When I went to go visit her personally, I had to step over a needle on the ground. And I can't even imagine if I had a child and I walked up to my home and I saw that, what that would have done to me mentally. But that is the situation there. I had gone several times and sat there just because I wanted to see. They did do a cleanup. The city came through and did a cleanup, but there was still a presence, especially after dark. Like freaks come out at night, So especially after dark, there was a presence. And I saw this presence and I knew people had called the police because they, were constantly exchanging messages, but the police never came. So this woman who contacted me, she did her due diligence and contacted the police department with no response. So then she went to her city council member. And for months, she was sending emails. Please meet with me in person. Please come by. I really want to show you this. I don't think you're getting an understanding of what's going on. No help, no response from our city council person here, which is Suli Saro here in the 6th district of Long Beach. Now, finally, when she gets to me, I says, okay, well, let me make sure that the problem is as bad as you say first. And then once I saw that it was, then I placed a call and I said, hey, my name is Jackie Rae. I'm a reporter here in Long Beach. I'm wondering if you can give me a call back because I want to speak about what's going on in this neighborhood and the lack of response from your office. I didn't hear a word. 2 days later, I sent an email and I said, hey, my name is Jackie Rae. I'm a reporter here in Long Beach. I'm doing a story on the lack of response from your office. And I'm wondering if you have a policy to not directly address constituents? And if so, why is that policy a thing? Why is this your practice to not speak to the people that you are sworn in to serve when they have a real problem, especially for there's older people in this building that can't even get down the sidewalk because there's homeless people on the sidewalk? Like, where are you at? 2 days later, I get an email that says, oh, Jackie, we've reached out. We have contacted her. We have set up a time on Saturday for her to meet with Councilwoman Sulisaro. And I said, oh, okay. And so then she contacts me and she's like, this email came out of the blue. And I was like, yeah, this is why. So it's definitely a CYA situation. But my point is this: a mere email from myself all of a sudden sparks a conversation. And now it's like, well, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this. Maybe I can come to your HOA board meeting on Tuesday because of a phone call from a journalist that they know has a reputation of it in this city. I'm going to get this story out. I'm still going to get the story out. Let me be clear. I'm still going to get the story out that, because now, but it's going to be a different story now. It's going to be a story about how there was a lack of response, but now there is a response and hopefully some action. And if you think it is wise to walk into 2025 without a strong journalistic presence local, and I want to emphasize that, in your city, you are sadly mistaken. So what I encourage you to do is you go and find a small journalistic outlet for us here in Long Beach. It is the LB Watchdog. I'm also going to set up some ways so you guys can donate to me personally as I continue to build my brand. But it is very important because you need us. We are here for you. It is my passion to try to help people. So that made me smile when she finally got that response. And now they're actually doing some things. But the point is you need us. We want to help you, but we need your help to do that, because I don't know if you know this, but we live in a capitalistic society and good intentions don't pay nary a bill. So if you could, please subscribe to the Long Beach Watchdog, because it's going to help me out. If you want to help me directly, DM me and I will let you know how you can do that. But if you want to help journalism as a collective, please go to LB Watchdog and subscribe, become a member, a paying member. Your money's going to go a long way to making sure that journalism is thriving and protecting you.